Sometimes you just have to be grateful when you see certain things in history and just take a step back and appreciate it. Now, Michael Jackson previously held the highest rated halftime show viewership. I didn't see it. I didn't know what it was like. But now Kendrick broke that record. But the internet is having a storm. It's like people just didn't understand what was going on. That is entirely true. They didn't. Most of them didn't. So I want to react on a few of these guys out here. So buckle up for the next 20 minutes. I'm going to keep my comments to myself a little bit, just a little bit. But let's react and see what the internet is all about. All right? Let's get it now. Let's get it.
Just mid! It was mid! It was mid! It was nothing spectacular! Kendrick fans were just glazing him!
Chad, it's okay. It's okay.
Drake's had enough! It was mid! It was nothing spectacular! Kendrick fans were just glazing him!
Chad, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. we started off with a pathetic cry right here, but it was just a halftime show, man. Don't let this get into your feelings. It's just a performance. This guy having a meltdown.
Drake's had enough! It was mid! It was mid! It was nothing spectacular! Kendrick fans were just glazing him!
Chad, it's okay. It's okay.
Drake's had enough!
Chill.
12 years ago, Serena Williams did a dance that nearly cost her reputation. But at the Super Bowl, it made her a legend. I know everyone is talking about Kendrick Lamar, and
Yeah, if y'all remember, was it 2012? I don't remember when it was, but after she won the gold medal, she did the creep walk, and keep in mind, celebrating her own dance, her own victory. Didn't offend anyone, but they made her apologize.
his fantastic performance. But consider Serena and her surprise performance. It happened at the Super Bowl, and it was bigger than just dance. You see, back in 2012, Serena did a crip walk after winning Olympic gold, and the backlash was swift. Fox Sports called it immature and classless. The LA Times said it should be separated from the violence associated with that dance. She was pressured to apologize, not for disrespecting anyone, not for breaking any rules, but for celebrating herself in a way that made certain people uncomfortable. Fast forward to the Super Bowl. Same dance, same Serena, but a completely different response. Why? The space that she was in. Surrounded by Kendrick Lamar and other black artists, unapologetically owning their culture, free to be joyful, free to be in that space, free to be herself. That right there is the story. It's not just about Serena, but it's about every black woman and what they face every single day. Here's the reality. 79% of black women report feeling like they have to change their behavior at work just to make others comfortable. 54% of black women leaders say they feel pressure to adjust how they speak or even how they look. Meanwhile, studies show that workplaces with inclusive cultures are twice as likely to succeed financially. So what does this tell us? It tells us that this isn't about professionalism, it's about control. Black women are forced to shrink themselves to fit into spaces that were never built for them in the first place. And yet, when black women are given the space to just exist as they are, to celebrate, to express, to take up room, magic happens. And sometimes that magic looks like the greatest tennis player of all time doing this dance on the world's biggest stage while millions cheer.
Man, shout out to this guy, man. Propping out the African American woman, because not a lot of people see that, but he got studies to back up what he's saying. So shout out to him, man.
It's not just dancing. It's not just a viral moment. It's freedom. And here's the question we need to sit with. Why does that freedom only exist in certain spaces?
133.5 million people watched King Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance, defeating the King of Pop's previously held record for the most watched NFL Super Bowl halftime show. All hail King Kendrick! Squabble up, America. Squabble up, because you can sit there and say it was one of the worst performances you've ever seen. That's because you missed the message. It was televised. They just picked the wrong guy. You knew what I mean? Go back. So much symbolism in it. That's why it was so beautiful. It was controversial. It was on the edge. You had Samuel L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam. It was so thick. It was so thick. You had the guy who held the Palestinian and Sudan flag up that got arrested, got banned from the NFL. He's like, yeah, so if I choose to watch it by the TV, I will. Like, what up? What? It inspired so many people to just not give an AF, if you know what I mean. The way he looked at Drake, he's like, certified, A minor. I mean, come on. That performance was so thick with it. I love Kendrick. 133.5 million viewers. He set the record. Beat Michael Jackson.
And y'all, to put this into perspective, the 135 million is not about the people like one by one. It's the amount of televisions that were turned on. That doesn't include the Super Bowl in attendance. Televised. Now let that sink in.
Yeah, this is daylight. You know what I'm saying. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of TikTok.
I'm going to say it. I didn't give a fuck about the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. It wasn't that I didn't like it. I didn't care either way. It looked like a pretty good show. I didn't pay much attention to it. But afterwards, finding out that there were hidden meanings behind stuff, I don't care. Spread your message. 100%. I'll tell you what I loved about it, though. They didn't disgrace America to do it. They didn't use somebody else's flag. They didn't put down America. They used the American flag to spread a message about something they wanted to get out there. And I'm down for that. I don't care if I agree with the message or don't agree with the message. I don't even know the message that they were trying to put out there for real.
I'm glad you say you don't know the message, because a lot of people don't. People keep saying there's symbolism, there's this and that, and nobody's actually breaking it down.
But what I absolutely loved about it is they didn't put down the country that give them the right to spread that message to begin with at the biggest stage that you could possibly be on, which is the Super Bowl halftime show. So, good job, Kendrick Lamar, and good job to everybody that put that show together. I didn't watch it. Thought it looked pretty cool of what I did watch, but the way you did it was absolutely the way that you're supposed to do it, with class. Don't care what the message is, do it with class. So good job on that.
Kendrick Lamar didn't just perform at the Super Bowl. He made a statement. His halftime show wasn't just about entertainment. It was about symbolism, storytelling, and pushing boundaries. The entire performance unfolded across 4 stages that were shaped like a PlayStation controller button. And that wasn't just a design choice. It was Lamar's way of showing his life as a video game, a journey through obstacles, survival, and resistance. While many people appreciated the artistry, others, especially some white viewers, felt confused or even uncomfortable. Some white folks watched and thought that was cool, but others dug deeper and listened to black voices breaking down the symbolism and realized just how layered the performance was. The American flag imagery, the way the dancers moved, and the subtle nods to Lamar's ongoing themes, it was all intentional. But some white folks weren't just confused, they were angry. Some were upset that there were no white performers, no white dancers, no obvious appeal to white audiences. People who usually claim they don't see color suddenly saw it everywhere. But why did it bother them? Because this performance wasn't centered on them. It wasn't for them, by them, and about them. It didn't ask their permission, seek their approval, or cater to their comfort. And that's unsettling when you're used to being in control. Seeing Samuel L. Jackson as a black Uncle Sam, watching a show that didn't need whiteness at its center, that flipped the usual power dynamic. It puts whiteness in the position of the observed, and for some, that was too much. This is the same discomfort some people felt when a black man walked into the White House. The same outrage that erupts whenever black joy exists outside of white validation. Because black joy, self-sustained, unbothered, and fully free, has always been seen as a challenge to white supremacy. But here's the thing, art doesn't have to center us for us to appreciate it. We don't have to fully understand something for it to be valuable. Curiosity and humility go a long way. And instead of reacting with fear or frustration, we can choose to learn. So today, I'm grateful for the voices that helped me see what I missed. And I'm thankful for the artists, the activists, the storytellers who challenged me to think beyond my own lens. Because last night, Kendrick Lamar didn't just put on a halftime show, but he put up a mirror. And what we saw in it, that's up to us.
So I'm coming across a lot of people who did not feel Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance last night. I have to say it might go down as my favorite halftime performance. I thought it was awesome, and I have a couple reasons. Number one, I just think it's really funny that he wrote this diss track of Drake, and it's right up there with Hit 'Em Up as one of the great diss tracks of all time, right up there with No Vaseline. And it becomes so mainstream that if you're Drake, you're just sitting at home and you can't believe how your career has just crumbled apart. Not your career, but your reputation. And not only that, it reached a point where you're doing the least hip-hop thing possible, which is suing another artist for defamation. And you think, yeah, I'm going to sue him. And the next thing you know, this song, which is a direct aim at you, is being performed at the Super Bowl halftime show. And everyone knows the words. It's insane. Number two, the performance kind of reminded me of back when Trump first became president, or right after Hillary lost, and Tribe Called Quest, shortly after the death of Phife Dawg, was a musical guest at Saturday Night Live. And they gave this really poignant, really blistering performance that kind of screamed, this is still our America. This isn't just your America. This is also our America. And I thought that that's what the Kendrick Lamar performance did, actually. In this whole backlash to DEI and this whole marginalization of minorities, the taking down of images in different government offices, promoting diversity, the stripping of government websites of stories of diverse people succeeding. You have Kendrick Lamar and this just absolutely hardcore, fantastic, that was my gate, showing of sort of, I don't even know, like pride and resilience as Trump was at the Super Bowl, even though I guess he left at that point. I thought it was awesome. And I also think Kendrick Lamar is awesome. I saw him with my son in concert a year and a half ago out in LA, and he was good. So I loved it.
Kendrick Lamar has taught us anything is that you don't have to respond to disrespect straight away. You note it down in there, you bide your time, and then when the time is right, the whole world will see.
You think Kendrick Lamar is going to look that good in those jeans and we're not going to go and try them on? Bestie. Oh, we're going right now. Hi, good to see you again. I just wanted to see if you guys have the Kendrick Lamar jeans.
Yes,
Okay, here are the jeans that he wore, and then she's grabbed.
What? People are not buying up the pants he wore at the Super Bowl?
Giving me the lighter wash that are actually in my size. This is just the closest to my size. Couldn't fit the darker wash over my thighs, but the lighter wash did fit. Now, what do we think? I'll give you a little spin. Hey, listen, it's going on back there, okay? It's going on. I'm not surprised they fit really good because women's jeans just always fit better on men. Like, the jeans I wore in here are women's, they're from Mousy. Quite a different price tag, but still. We gotta do the true test, though. Say, Drake.
I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to sell Black One.
Jeans, or should we just...
That was foul, man. That was foul.
Hey, listen, it's going on back there, okay? It's going on. I'm not surprised they fit really good because women's jeans just always fit better on men. Like, the jeans I wore in here are women's, they're from Mousy. Quite a different price tag, but still. We gotta do the true test, though. Say, Drake.
I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to sell Black One.
Jeans, or should we just leave this one for Kendrick? Let me know.
All right, I guess that's all she wrote. Thanks for hanging out, man. Hey, it's what's going on in the culture right now, right? A lot of hate, a lot of confusion, a lot of love, lots of love. But y'all tell me know what you think. You know what to do. You know what to do. I ain't gotta tell you because you know you love these videos. So like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.